Warmest of welcomes back to what was once known as the 15 grand house being renovated here in rural France. Today's a somber day because I just had an agent come to appraise the property in order to put it on the market officially once and for all. And, well, it's not good news, and not for the reason that you could imagine. Here we are, by the way, in the future living room, all of the insulation. I mean, you've seen it before, but I'll show you again just as a refresher. That's the future. Ow! That's the future kitchen. Let's head on upstairs real quick. It's quite dark. My apologies for the darkness. But here's a gentle reminder of everything that's been done. This is a beautiful space right here, with some great progress, of course. All the insulation plasterboarding done. The electrics have been run to where they need to be. And yeah, there's been a lot of progress. I mean, there's even been new floors, for crying out loud. But there is still plenty of progress to be made before it's livable, of course. Now, we kind of ended during the restoration of the windows, and what I want to highlight is that we have plenty of plasterboards here and in here. This is the future ensuite. Plenty more plasterboards here, loads of them in fact, but I'll take you up. Before I explain everything about how the appraisal went, let me take you up to the second floor, because I mean, it's looking even better in here. It's looking great. You know, the plugs and the light switches are in place, ready to have the final fittings and stuff. Yeah, this really is a nice shell, you know? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? And going through to the future ensuite for this floor, it's looking great. It's looking really, really good. But here's the thing. The appraisal, well, it didn't go well because I learned something really unexpected that caught me by surprise. In fact, it downright disgusted me when I was told this. The house was pretty much appraised at what I wanted. So I said to the agent, yeah, about 27. She was like, I think probably 25 for me, and then plus the fees, that'll work out 30k around roughly total, I think, for the buyer, which was basically what I had in mind. So that's kind of almost more or less on the button. So I was like, yeah, sure. But then I was informed with regards to capital gains tax, which I thought wouldn't be an issue because I've got all of the bills for all of the materials and the electrician, of course, the best sparky in rural France. Well, it turns out that the French government, the powers that be here in France, they don't take into consideration the cost of materials when it comes to capital gains. The thousands I've spent on plasterboards, the thousands on insulation, the thousands on the flim flam, can't remember what they're called, the thousands on the flooring, the thousands on joists, it doesn't even come into play. Which means if I were to sell it, even for 25 grand, I'd get hit with a capital gains bill. What is the point? I've spent the money on the place itself. So basically, the French government, it seems, doesn't want you to renovate it yourself. You know, you can write it off if you get professional artisans in who are going to just string you up, you know, with their high prices. Insane. Anyway, you can probably tell I'm not too happy. And that's what's so annoying for me, is that we made such an effort to renovate this place on a shoestring budget. So I was so proud that we spent relatively little to get the place to where it is. And they have to be professional registered tradesmen, by the way, so that you can write off the things, of course. So all I know for sure is that the materials can't be written off as a expense to lower the cost of the capital gains tax. So now I've got a dilemma. What do I sell it for? Is there a point in lining the pockets of the French government when they've done nothing to help in this renovation, despite me spending the money on the place? Is there a point in worrying about a few €1,000? So I could sell it for what I paid for it, plus the cost, the fees and taxes of acquisition at the time, plus the, what's it called? Oh, I can't believe this. Plus the electrician, of course. But that's it. That's all I've got. Absolutely insane. But I'm really grateful to everyone who helped. I just wanted to get my money back. But if I get my money back on this, I will be taxed up to the teeth. How disgusting. Take, isn't it? That's all they're good for. There you go. Anyway, I'm going to have to think about this. I have no idea. Let's just leave this place. Cause it's not the end of the world, of course. You know why? Because you. That's right. This YouTube channel, this whole journey, you know, it allowed us to renovate it in the first place. So taking 5, 6, I don't know how much, taking a loss that's in the high 4 figures, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We'll keep moving forward and we'll stick with the plan. The new series is coming soon. I'm just really disappointed with that news. The fact that the government wants to snatch money that's already been spent on the place, that's already been taxed, of course. They want to snatch more of it with regards to the materials. They don't consider that all of this had an expense. They don't consider that. I'm furious. Don't renovate a place in France. Don't do it. Don't bother. Unless it's going to be your main home, your main dwelling. And I could lie. I could say it is. But I'd never do that. You know, you got to do the right thing. You got to be honest in this world. Disgusting. Yeah. So today, basically, I find out that I'm going to be thousands upon thousands out of pocket. Even if I were to sell it for what I wanted to. But is it even worth it to sell it for what you want to? You just line in the pockets of the government, the tax man, and you're, you know, you're giving... There's less money in the pot for the next person to come along and renovate it. So I'd rather sell it for a cheaper price and give basically the next person who's going to come will have a bigger budget to renovate this place. That's what I think it deserves. But anyway, not too thrilled about that. Not thrilled at all. Super disappointed. Onwards and upwards, I guess. Onwards and upwards. I just want to add this at the end of the video because I really need to say this. What you just saw was me after the penny had just dropped. I just got on the news and it was me at my least zen, alright? I've come back down, the blood pressure's stabilised and I'm way more chill now, alright? I've had some time to think about it. And let's be honest, this whole situation is entirely my fault, right? I wasn't careful enough when planning out the project. I didn't look deeply enough into the specifics, and I didn't think far enough ahead. And that's why I'm in this situation right now. But guess what? It's not the end of the world, because we're only talking about a few €1,000. So, you know, of course, it's a little bit of a blow, but we'll soldier on, we'll survive, onwards and upwards. And the reason why I'm making this video in the first place is because if there's anyone planning on doing this, on getting a second home here in France just as a renovation project, and it's not going to be their main domicile where they actually live full time, then you could be affected by this. And if I can educate and prevent at least one person, that's two, from going through this and making the same mistake that I have, then it's all worth it. So there you go. If you are thinking of renovating a place in France as a secondary place and not living there, remember this, okay? Heed this warning. Learn from my mistakes. But I certainly have as well. But all in all, it's not the end of the world. Do you know why? Because we made some awesome YouTube videos along the way, entertained lots of people, and most importantly, I think we kind of rescued this place, at least partially. We've definitely stopped it from collapsing from within. So I'm really, really thrilled, and I wouldn't change anything. And yes, I'm going to be taking a loss, but it doesn't matter, because life's not about the destination. It's about the journey. And on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. Keep an eye out for the new series. I'm working on the pilot, or the first video. I can't wait to show you what it is. Life's good, and yeah, stay safe out there wherever you may be. Thanks so much for the support. Sorry for the negative vibes in this video, by the way, but back to winning ways very soon. Bye for now.